What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, girl? Y'all already know. Listen, I got my hair tied up because it was a long night. I don't know what happened last night, girl. I didn't get to sleep till late, and then I had to get up early, girl. It's just this whole week, and I honestly I kind of know what it was. You know, Mother Nature came through and just a little bit early, and it threw me all the way off, and sleep was just off. I had to come home and go straight to bed, like straight to bed. And I was literally debating with myself, girl, do you want to stay up in bed a little bit longer? I know the show is about to come on in like 5 minutes. Do you want to wait a little bit, or do you want to bring it on tomorrow? I said, girl, get your ass up and just come on up in here and watch this show. Big girl. At this point, I am so glad that the season finale is next week, okay? We only got one more week of this. And because a few of these people I'm tired of seeing, and I would really, really love it if at least a few of them, a couple of them, a handful of them don't come back, okay? But if you don't know already, you guys, and if my face look a little bit swollen, I just woke up probably an hour ago and I was still laying in the bed while I was watching it. So this is what you getting, okay? But dedication, bitch. Consistency, bitch. But anyway, so we get up into the episode. This is Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup. What is this? Season 4 episode, whatever. Busted and Disgusted, okay? Now let me tell you something. This episode was a trip. Two people, you know what? It literally felt like we come to some type of a conclusion. You know how when a season is going to be over and we see how everything's trying to tie up, whatever. Because that's what it felt like with these storylines on this episode. So we get Sean and Sarah. And I ain't even finna spend all this time because truth be told, we really don't give a care. Okay, Sean, Sarah, their little storyline is cute or whatever. You know, Abby need a daddy. Okay, everybody needs a daddy, especially a little girl need her little daddy and all that stuff and cool. And so, Sean was okay with him. Anthony being up in the little girl's life or whatever. So he can't stop that because even if he wanted to stop that, that'd make him look even much more of the asshole. But, concerns are valid because, on the one hand, it's like you need to tell that girl who her father is. She needs to know where she came from and all this stuff so that it won't come up later on in life. And she be like, so you kept him from me. You kept him from me. I don't care if he was this and he was that. You still should have told me what it was and all this stuff so at least I could have some knowledge. That's the point, right? And so, they was at the little cupcake shop or whatever. And, Anthony shows up. He was a little nervous, you know what I'm saying? And he wound up telling her, hey, I'm your dad. He was like, have you ever thought about who your daddy was? And she was like, no. And then he was like, well, let me just say this. I'm your dad. And she was like, I said, oh, girl. Now, baby, I was so confused. I just started tearing up just a little bit. I'm not even going to lie to y'all because I didn't know whether or not she was crying or laughing. And she was like, I'm laughing because he picked her up. Because at one point, I believe she really was crying. And it was probably one of those, I don't understand, but I kind of do. But I just trying to process it. I'm too young to process it, but I know something is happening, but I can't fully process it, so let me just laugh it away. I know some changes is about to happen. It was one of those type of emotions. She was going through it. For a little 8-year-old, it's a lot to deal with. And she was acting like she ain't get her. Like, she said, can I go draw? She slapped him a couple of times and said, can I go draw? And that's what she did, and Sarah and him was talking about, how things gonna be and when is it that, he can come pick her up and all this stuff. And she said, you can come pick her up now, but, he's a little nervous about the way that his life has been and if he gonna go back into being an addict. Girl, I'm nervous too, okay? I'm just gonna be honest. Anthony, you really ain't showed me nothing that showed me that you ready to be a daddy. But at the same time, you gotta do what you gotta do for that little girl, okay? There go your motivation right there. Stay clean, It is crazy. I'd be so mad if I had parents that was addicts and they couldn't get up out of it. I'd be so mad. Like, who told you to put that crack rock in your face, okay? Who Who told you when all these examples that you seen and you still decided to do that? You see that man laying on the street right there, right? You see that bitch with rotten teeth, right? And you still wanted to put that crack rock up in your face? Oh, okay. You still wanted to sniff, sniff, sniff. You see that man's teeth and you still wanted to chew on meth? All right. No shade to the people that grew up with crackhead parents. And I don't even mean to say it like that because I got some in my family. My auntie was a crackhead. My auntie was a drug addict. And I seen, she was an alcoholic. And I seen how that stuff went and what her kids been through. And they were so pissed off. They were so angry throughout life because of, the inconsistencies, the going through the foster care system, the being moved from home to home until my grandmama finally got a hold of and was able to get them, the being hungry because mama not there. Girl, I understand it. I understand. That's why I'm so glad I ain't grow up like that. And more power to the people that did grow up like that. It made something better of their life and said, bitch, I would never. You may have did that shit, but I would never. And power to the ones who been through it and got their life together. Y'all a real one. Anyway, moving on from that, that was them. Marcelino and Brittany, girl, nothing happened. I don't even understand why we still talking about them. He gonna propose to her. Necessarily, like he want to renew the vows. It's more so like he want them to put their old wedding rings back on because I didn't realize that they weren't wearing their rings. After the little conversation that was being had with little Giovanni. And, they was eating breakfast and all that stuff. And, Marcelino was like, let's go down Memory Lane. Okay, he looking at all the pictures and all of this and everything. And so he went up in there and he said, girl, you want to get this thing back on? You want to put these rings back on the fingers? And, of course, she said yes. Moving on from there, it wasn't nothing for it. It wasn't nothing for it, okay? Who else was on this episode? Cameron and Aries. Okay, baby. Cameron and them was getting ready because Aries, her daddy was coming, right? And so, we got to get all this stuff together. They didn't want to tell him that, she was pregnant. And even Cameron, I think at one point was like, don't you want to go put something else on? Because it's going to tell that you pregnant or whatever. And she was like, I can't help but show that I'm pregnant, so it is what it is. He said, why don't you suck your stomach in? Now, when he said that shit, baby, I fell out. I said, so you want the baby head to get smushed or whatever? Now, I know. It's a joke. It's a joke because somebody was about to take that real serious. But, because y'all know how they used to be like, and I used to find this so stupid. Men are so stupid sometimes, especially when it comes to women and pregnancy. I will never forget the first time I ever heard somebody say, I didn't want to have sex with my wife because what if my dick hit the baby head or something like that? I said, oh my God. Y'all are so dumb. Y'all are so dumb sometimes. And the only reason I say it like that because I know it's men that watch me. If you ain't the one that I'm talking about, so these bullets shouldn't hit you, okay? These words shouldn't hit you, okay? But some of y'all be dead serious when y'all be saying stuff like that. It don't even be funny. Y'all be coming off for real. And that's what make it funny to me because are you really that ignorant? Yeah, a lot of y'all went to sleep doing health education class. But anyway, moving on from that. So they getting ready. And she had a little romper set on or whatever. It was cute. A little too short for me to be meeting daddy. But she had them legs. Girl, Aries had them legs. They was greased up. I said, girl, I could see my reflection in your kneecap. Okay? I said, what is your future? Let me rub your knees so I can tell. But anyway, so, Lena, of course, is over there with somebody else, with her friend. And, they needed this time so that Cameron and Aries can actually talk to her father. Girl, I feel like I'm crooked. Cameron and Aries could actually talk to her father because they didn't give him that. They never gave him that when they got together. They never gave him that when they got married. And they never gave him that when they moved down there and got to, living together and all that stuff. So now it's like, let's make up for what happened. Let's see if we can get on the same page. Let's see if there's some respect that can be made. And once again, I'm going to tell y'all this, girl, first of all, when Aries' daddy came through, I said, me and Cameron said, damn, twins. Like, he literally, Aris really do got his whole face. And then I also said, oh, Aris, you sure how many siblings you got? And do you know all of them? Because Papa looked like he used to get it in back in the day, and Papa looked like he still got a little young tender one or two on the side too. You know, he a cute looking older man. I said, you know what? You got some mamas on you and all that stuff. So I see it, you know, but he was real chill. He didn't come in, and that's the thing that I like. He didn't come in and was like, you know, just giving off this very hostile energy because you came in and you married my daughter and you ain't tell me nothing about you and you ain't give me no respect. You ain't even asked from her hand in marriage and all this stuff. You ain't even have a man-to-man conversation. This my daughter. He ain't come in with none of that attitude. He was calm, cool, collected, and I respected that. And then his vibe and his energy, the way that he was doing it, it made, I feel like it made Cameron, you know, comfortable enough to talk to him, you know, because he was a little nervous. And he, you know, they had the little conversation about the whole situation. And again, the dad, I can understand his point of not wanting Aris to be with someone like Cameron, meaning somebody that was in the street, somebody that also went to jail, because he has been there as well. You know, we found out he went to jail a couple of times, so it's understandable. But, you know, I know at the beginning when Cameron was like, I don't owe him nothing really, like, we're adults, we can do whatever we want, and it's not saying that you don't owe him anything. It's just the fact that your people got to know, like, your people would have been upset too if you would have just ran off and got married, or, you know, never introduced your girlfriend slash wife now to them. Okay, the same way her father is probably feeling disrespected, you know, which he probably was, he was, okay? And it's the fact that y'all went on ahead and got this son so quickly, so it's like, I can understand him probably thinking like, what's really going on? What's happening that you got to get this done so quickly? You didn't even meet me and all this stuff, woo, woo, given the fact that we have a good relationship, you know? So, yeah, it's understandable, and I do respect the fact that, you know, it was a calm and respectful conversation. And Cameron, baby, listen, Cameron coming my favorite person on the show. Okay, at this point, out of everybody, Cameron is coming my favorite person on the show, because the way that we literally thought that man was ignorant as hell when he first came out, the nigga got sense about him. And he respectable when he need to be. Okay, like, he can acknowledge when he messed up or when he need to apologize these days. It's like ever since he had that conversation with his sister on the phone, baby, he just been up in line and everything. Like, he sat there when Aries left, had a little conversation with the dad, and came straight out and said, I apologize, and I can understand how, you know, that would be disrespectful to you, that, you know, I didn't ask for your daughter's hand in marriage. I didn't come to you. I didn't say anything to you, and we went on ahead and got all of this done way before, you know, and it seemed so quick, fast, and in a hurry. And he explained why he did it. He was like, you know, I was in the streets. You know, I was in jail. And I wanted to go ahead and get married to her because I didn't want to go back there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to make those same mistakes. And this was something that gave him something to look forward to, you know, to strive to do better for. And I was like, okay, I get it, but still. Because truth be told, you can be married to somebody, you can move with somebody and still get back into the same and fall into the same habits. But for right now, he is doing what he needs to do. So I really can't fault him. The daddy can't really fault him as well. You know, he did say he wanted to have that connection with him. The daddy was real honest and said, it's going to take some time to get there because, you know, we started off on the wrong foot, okay? So now we got to take the time to correct that, and then we'll see where it goes. I truly do feel like Cameron and the dad, they're going to be cool. They're going to be cool. And I understand both of their positions, but I truly understand where the daddy is coming from. It's just a respect thing. And, you know, if you're a parent, and especially of a woman, of a girl, and I don't even know if she's the youngest girl or his youngest child, and either way, you know, or his only girl or whatever, you know how men are over there, daddy's girls, and then you got mama's boys and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's understandable. And he said, just as long as y'all take y'all time, don't have no kids yet, get to know each other and all that stuff. Cameron said, well, shit, wait till he find out that baby got a baby already up in her. They go out to lunch or whatever, Lena and Aris, and mind you, Aris had said we not gonna tell nobody. Why she told the daddy? Told the daddy that they pregnant. And he was like, what? And again, he didn't do a theatrical, oh my God, why would you do this and all this stuff and get so pissed off. He was calm about it, but you could tell he felt the way about it. But at this point, it's like, you can't really do nothing about it because, like she said, she's grown, she's getting older, she's already married, she can make her own decision, and whether you like it or not, things are already moving forward. So we get through with that, he asked Lena how she felt about him, and said Cameron, treats her and her mama like queens and be helping with her homework. And here go Reese. He really good at math. Like, he real smart. Like, I was surprised. I don't know why that was so funny to me, but it was so funny. It was like, cause he real smart. Like, yeah. I said, Reese, you give me the feeling like you really was up there helping Lena with her math homework, and you was giving her the wrong answers, and she was getting C's all because of you. Because you don't know the order of operations, okay? But anyway, moving on from that, we also got the next day, Cameron's sisters are on their way. And so, they're going through that whole situation, and he was on the phone with them, and they excited to come and see him. And, he's going to surprise them. They don't know about the pregnancy. So he's going to surprise them with a shirt that has the ultrasound on him. I think that's really cute. And, he was like, just like you wanted me to fix the relationship between me and your father, I need you to fix the relationship between me and you and my sisters, because the last time that, we was with them or we was down there, things just didn't go right. Y'all had that little issue. And I said, excuse me, what? He said, now see, they didn't bring this up. It's me bringing it up. And I said, now hold on, Cameron. Is you foreseeing something gonna happen, or are you doing a little tit for tat, or are you trying to cover your ass because it's your fault that all of that stuff went down? And like Aris was saying, what are you talking about? It was like, that welcome home party, because y'all got on Aris' ass too. And then come to find out Aris was dead ass sick. Mama couldn't even stand up and eat nothing because it kept coming out. Oh, I cannot stand the sick. Y'all ever been a sick type? And you don't even really be like, it don't even really be the flu or anything like that. It just be them times like you either have a cold or your sinuses or whatever. Sometimes like, bitch, it gets to a point where you can't keep even water down. Hold on. Girl, anyway, Siri was on up in the room. But anyway, I was about to say, who the hell up in here? But no, y'all ever been sick to the point where y'all couldn't even keep water down? Like, bitch, as soon as you drink it, you have to gag it up. And then it get to the point where you just be gagging and ain't nothing coming up because you didn't threw up everything. Oh my God, that is the worst. And that be the only symptom that you got. And then it'll be fine the next day. Like, what the hell? Don't be doing no shit like that to me. But anyway, Cameron, that was all your fault, okay? And she was like, what did you tell them? I was sick. And he literally said, I just told them that you didn't want to come. And I said, see, bitch. Mind you, you can't even blame it on him being drunk. You can't even blame it on him being drunk because he fully remembers exactly what he said. And he don't take accountability for starting that shit. Like, I really want to see them have that conversation. And if the sisters don't be like, well, he told me this, and Cameron, this is your fault. Now, if she was up in the bed, and then gonna say something, well, when you got on the phone, you should have told them. Well, I was like, wait a minute. I got on the phone. I had just woke up because I was sick. Okay, and he was like, but yeah, you had this like nonchalant type of attitude or whatever. I said, excuse me, Now, if you not feeling well and somebody wake you up out your sleep and you get on the phone, are you going to be cheery? Are you going to be like, hey guys, how you doing? Oh, I wish I could have made it, but I can't because I'm just so sick. No, I'm waking up and you going to hear it all up in my voice. Hey, what's going on? No, I can't be there. I'm just not feeling too well. Yeah, I'm just laying down. What the fuck you want me to do? You want me to lie? Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. I said, Cameron, you gotta fix that. And like Ari said, do I feel like I need to get him an apology? No. And I feel the same way. But for the sake of things and trying to get stuff together, because truth be told, I really don't feel like there's a real issue between Arise and Cameron's sisters. It's just a misunderstanding because of Cameron, and once they get through that, they'll be cool. And I don't really think that they even mad at her like that. They probably knew what was going on or probably got a gist of it by now if they saw the show. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Cameron, you gotta fix that. Now don't put that on somebody else. That was you, okay? Moving on from that, who else is on this show? TC and Amber, girl. TC. Let me tell you something. I never liked TC for Amber. I never liked TC for Amber. I don't give a care how you feel every time I say this. The man gives racist MAGA vibes all the time. And I believe I saw a Blue Lives Matter flag up in one of his little workspaces or whatever. That was all I needed to know, okay? In the way that he's acting and, being all up in his feelings and all this stuff about this whole situation with this baby thing. And, I feel some type of way about people that cannot accept the fact that other people will not feel the same way about things as you. And when it comes to like this abortion situation, being pro-life or pro-choice, okay, if you want to be pro-life, that's your right to be pro-life. But how dare you try to force somebody to, come to your understanding of what it is that you value and how you look at things, and then go and attacking them. Y'all, you want to know why I'm saying this? Because I be looking at Grey's Anatomy and Station 19, okay? If you ain't been into it, you got to get into it. You know what? And truth be told, I don't even want y'all to start. If you have not started watching Grey's Anatomy, don't even do it, okay? Because first of all, these last few seasons, I say like the last 3 seasons or so, ain't really been that good. But these last 2 seasons really ain't really been that good. And damn near everybody that started off in the beginning, they're not there, okay? But I will tell you this. You go down that rabbit hole of Grey's Anatomy, you're going to be stuck on the couch crying, okay? That's all that it is. And you're going to be a little confused. But on the recent episode, it's the whole situation because Roe vs. Wade done got abolished and all that shit. And, they attacking people, the doctors that actually want to help women with their bodies and stuff. And it just don't make no sense to me. How come you protesting against people that want to? It's not affecting you. It's not affecting you. You can be pro-life, okay? And so therefore, because somebody else is pro-choice, you're going to go and stalk them. You're going to go find and dox them and all this stuff or whatever. And what do you accomplish? What do you accomplish? I just never understood that because, it was just so much. I was like, damn, Bailey, you got to do something because, bitch, I would have, that man came to the hospital and said, how Tuck doing? How Lil Prue doing? I know they've been, I said, no, you don't know my kid's name? All because I want to protect women. And you a goddamn man who probably ain't even got nobody to even procreate with. Okay, and you probably won't even take care of the kids after that. Y'all be so pro-life and all that shit, but then you ain't trying to get no kids out the orphanage or whatever. You ain't trying to get them no good home. You ain't trying to take care of these kids and all this stuff, but you want people to have them all willy-nilly when they ain't ready to or sacrifice their life for them. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that, and that's okay if you pro-life, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. You do what you got to do, but it ain't your choice. If a person is pro-choice, let that be their choice, okay? Ain't nobody coming at you. I don't come at nobody that's pro-life. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. I'm pro-choice because who the hell am I to tell a person what to do with their body? Because I don't want nobody telling me what to do. And who the fuck are you? Because at the end of the day, what I do with my body it ain't affecting you because you don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know you. So It ain't making me shit, and it ain't making you shit either. So what's the problem? What's the problem? And TC, I know it sounds like I got a little bit off course, but I'm finna bring it all together, okay? Because TC been up in his feelings ever since Amber got this little abortion, all right? Now, at this point in time, I kind of feel like maybe, just maybe, Amber really thought that, you know, she possibly was in a dangerous situation. And so she really did have to get that abortion. Unless they really doing a lot of good acting. But I really don't see the acting right about now. Maybe I'm a little bit naive and maybe I'm drinking the Kool-Aid a little bit. Is what I was a little parched. Okay? But at the same time, I kind of feel like, you know, the Amber storyline is real. You know what I'm saying? I really do feel like it's real. And that a part of me feel like she really did want the baby. And she's really upset at herself that she had to make that decision because she did want the baby. But I do also feel like she probably feels as though, what if I probably would have made the different choice and still tried to have the baby and maybe a different outcome would have happened and none of this turmoil or whatever that's going on in her relationship would be happening. I feel like that is going on with her as well. And when we found out the way TC was, it wasn't a shock to us. It wasn't a shock to most of us. We can just see his demeanor. We can see the way his actions toward everybody or whatever, that we just kind of knew that he was just going to be that type of person that was going to bottle up his feelings and probably take it out on her later or whatever, or take it out on whoever's around. And then just take his affection away because she did something that he's against. Even though it was supposed to, quote unquote, save her life. And then, you know, they finally have a conversation and we come down to it. He pissed off at her because she was drinking, and because of the fact that she drank so much, her liver was a little bit damaged or whatever, and she has this issue, and that caused her to have this abortion. That's just what it is. And truth be told, TC, I understand, but at the same time, her liver didn't just get damaged or whatever the issue that she got because she was with you and she was doing a lot of drinking. I can understand if it happened during the process of y'all being together. This is from years of stuff. Okay, and this is just, you know, a consequence of years of stuff that she was doing, and she's trying to get her life together. So I wouldn't hold that against her, you know. And plus she's older as well, and that's another thing, you know. Women bodies go through so much, and even if you did feel away, you should have been able to communicate that instead of letting it build up for months. You were supposed to be her partner. You're supposed to be the one that she's supposed to be able to turn to, cry on, and have for support. There was no reason why she should have had to go down to another state, cross state lines, or to another county or wherever she had to go to just to get this operation done, just to get medical treatment, just to get advice, just to get counseling or whatever, and you not show up with her. You should have been there hand in hand, making her feel good, regardless of how you felt, and you should have been able to communicate that. But no, you did it. You held that shit in. You blamed her for a lot of stuff. You couldn't even hide the fact that you don't like the fact of what she did. And you're blaming her for the whole situation. You are mad that she had to have this abortion. You couldn't even put your arms around her when she came home and to tell her, baby, it's gonna be okay. When she was on that phone, I will never forget that when they was driving down there, she was on that phone and she was calling to check in with him. He didn't give a damn. Like, you could hear it in his voice that he was pissed, and therefore he was being very nonchalant, and he was withholding all of his feelings and his emotions that he could have been of concern for her. You know what I'm saying? And so we thinking, you know, at this moment, Amber just like, bitch, I just wanted you to fucking hug me. He finally hugged her because she said it. You know, and I was just like, girl, get about this situation. It is not going to work. She get on the phone with her mama. Her mama basically said the same thing I just said, but in shorter words. And next thing you know, girl, we got Puppy over there. Queen said, sell some of this shit so you can bring the rent in because you ain't staying here free. I said, Queen, I know that's the fuck right. Give me a little something. You here? Okay, what you contributing? This ain't free rooming, boy. All right, moving on from that, girl, Amber had came back home and that house was a fucking pigsty. I said, who the hell is up in there? Girl, she said, I clean up the house and I come home and you got these grown men or these men up in the house just messing stuff up. Baby, she called Papa. She called Puppy, and Puppy came down there. Girl, Puppy saw what was going on, and she said, Queen, get your ass down there and get the boys. We need to get the truck, and we need to get some muscle down here so that we can help her move. I said, oh, we finna move? Girl, hell yeah. Now, see, at first I said, Amber, yeah, it's time for you to get out that situation if it's stressing you out this much. But I thought she was just gonna stay at Queen House for a couple of days or whatever. Oh, no, girl. Amber went through the house, and she was like, listen, Mines, I brought this, I brought this, I brought this, I brought this. I came up in here, I helped pay the bills on this. I got this truck up in my name, and we paying half the bills because you can't get nothing or whatever. So either he gonna get this truck up out my name, or I'ma fucking take the truck. Either way, you know. And I said, so damn, TC, you was a little struggling, and so you know, Amber come through and she was helping pay some bills or whatever, and you know, all of a sudden shit just goes downhill. And then she started talking about the things that after they had that little conversation that we saw on screen, Amber said they had gotten to another argument. And it's just the way that he be putting her down, basically telling her she ain't worth shit. And then, you know, getting upset at her about the fact that she did have the abortion. That whole situation came back up. And the way that she was talking about it and crying about it, I felt so fucking bad. And when she was up in that confessional, see, bitch, let me tell you something. It triggered me. It triggered me. I'm going to tell y'all something, okay? You know, I have this, and it's probably why it's been a while since I've been, I would say, with somebody like that's in a relationship, because I know my worth. For the simple fact that I've never received that what Amber was talking about, you know what I'm saying? And I've been in her position where you're with someone and you want to feel love, you want to feel affection, you want to feel like that person likes to be with you, you want to feel like that person cares. And you don't want to feel neglected, especially when something goes wrong, that they're just going to up and leave, or they're just going to stop caring about you. And I've been in her position. I've been in her position. So that, when she was talking about that up in the confessional, oh my God, that shit triggered me so bad. I was sitting here like, God damn, Amber, you telling my life shit. Fuck. And you know, sometimes you realize that you allow yourself to go through stuff and to continue to have stuff happen because you really don't love yourself, or you're settling, or, you know, you just don't know yourself yet. You know what I'm saying? And you thinking that, well, they'll get better, and all that stuff. No, it's time to let that shit go. Baby, that shit triggered me so bad. I was sitting here like, yeah, I be feeling all of that. Like, damn, bitch, how come you can't love me the way that I want to love you? How come you can't give me... Bitch, I want to love and follow you. You don't want me to do that? Well, get the hell on, okay? Don't come up into my life playing me. I ain't got time to be chasing or whatever. I ain't got to be wondering if you care about me. If you... Girl, get the fuck on, okay? I'm telling you, it triggered me so bad, y'all. It triggered me. I said, damn, bitch, let me call the therapist, okay? Can we have a conversation? Listen, it was bad. It was bad. I'm sitting over here shaking like, God damn, Amber, I get it. And then I'm just sitting here like, ain't that about a bitch? When they start showing some of the stuff that he was saying, and when she said, I'm finna, and they showed that clip when she was like, I'm about to go to the gym, and he said, it's about time. I said, oh my goodness. Now, TC, bitch, there's a lot that we can say about you. And see, that's the thing. You gonna say something and be indirect and talk about her weight and everything, but yet you couldn't even be the encouraging partner and like get up and go to the gym with her, like work out together, because that's what me and my boo gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been slimming down a little bit. I'm trying, you know what I'm saying? And whatever, boo, like, baby, we gonna go to the gym together, or we gonna do some little exercise and hit that. You know, we gonna do pop, 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 pop. Baby, my biceps is coming in, like the muscles is coming in. I was at work, like, and I was just like, oh my God, bitch, is that muscle? Bitch, it is. I I can't really see it, but bitch, I can feel it. Cause you know, fat still, but girl, it's coming through. I said, yes, bitch. Girl, I was doing some exercise yesterday and I damn near died because the way the muscles in my thighs and my legs was on fire. I said, oh yeah, bitch, you did something. Now sit your ass down because you're doing a little bit too much. Moving on from that, Amber, get your ass about that situation, baby. TC pulled up. And then we gonna see TC go off next week. And I'm gonna be sitting here like, TC, we don't give a damn, okay? Girl, TC done made us come back over to Amber and Puppy a little bit. Because we were ready for them to get the hell up off of his shit. Child, this is the real shit right here. Moving on from that, Taylor and Chance. Taylor, after this, if I find out, and please don't put it up in the comments. Because I don't want to be pissed off when I come back for the season finale next week. I find out y'all still together after this, I'm going to wash my hands of you. I'm going to wash my hands clear of you because this display of what went down was a clear indicator that that man don't care about you the way that you care about him. He may love you, but he's not in love with you. He's not. He was never ready to be with you the way that you wanted him to be with you. And he was playing you the whole time. And I'm going to explain that in a second. Because she goes down there and finds where he's at. And he's at the bar with Tanya. Remember, Tanya is, I guess, the one that he known for like 25 years. Was Tanya the one that he known for 25 years? Or was it Jackie? Either way. Tanya like, so what the hell is it that you coming on out of prison and you just go ahead and getting with this girl and then you settling down and all this stuff? And I was like, excuse me, Miss Tanya, where you getting it? Where you getting at? You know what I'm saying? Oh, that breakfast taco look good, girl. I haven't ate. I haven't ate since this morning. It's kicking my back, okay? But it has been an off day. I told y'all, girl. I was just sitting there like, Tanya, what you asking these questions for? And then, okay. Taylor shows up with Bobby and she like, who the hell is this? And Tanya, I couldn't read her at first. Tanya knew how to play, and I don't care what nobody say. Tanya tried to come off as if she was trying to get him together and be like, oh, you're doing too much, you're doing too much. You can't be talking to her like that, talking about Taylor. You can't be talking to her like that because at this point, he got caught up. Tanya's intention probably was to be there as a friend, see a friend or whatever, quote unquote. But Chance's intentions were not clearly, okay? And I don't know if this their first time meeting ever since he got out, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't. This their first time being on camera, okay? But you got all that going on, and I don't like women like Tanya because Tanya was giving off the appearance like she actually gave a damn about what was going on, but she really didn't. She wasn't on Taylor's side because she don't know Taylor, but she's on Chance's side. But she understands that he's like has an addiction or whatever, because he do have an addiction problem. He was getting drunk. He was getting belligerent. He was just, cussing out Taylor, basically making her seem like she was wrong and all this stuff for coming down and, tracking him and all this stuff. Why you here? Why you here? Boo, boo, boo. And she was like, you got this woman talking to you and she's basically saying, I'm upset because you didn't tell me. Well, I ain't supposed to be with somebody that want to track me. I've been up in prison for like 10 plus years and I was being tracked in prison. I don't want to be in prison when I get out and still being tracked and all this stuff. Well, I agree with you on that one. I'm not going to be with somebody that I got to track, okay? But at the same time, you're giving her all the reasons to have to do that. You've been giving her all the reasons to have to do that. Now, Taylor, the time that you had to check him, that's the time that you should have said, this ain't going to work. The time that you had to download an app and put a locator on your phone to see where he's going, that's the time you should have said, yeah, this ain't going to work. Let me get out before I get too deep. But now you got a baby with this man. So even if y'all in a relationship or not, you still going to be connected to him for the rest of your life, okay? And that's boo-boo the fool on you, too, because condoms, birth control. And I understand shit happens, but damn, okay? Look at what's going on, And at the same time, he wasn't ready. You weren't ready. And you knew you weren't ready, right? And so you're doing all of this and you're getting upset, understandably. And she's like, I'm upset because you just didn't tell me. Mind y'all, he has yet to tell her. that he ain't got no job. You don't have a job. And I ain't talking about the Instacart. You didn't tell her that you got laid off. You're not telling her that you're going Instacarting, doing Uber Eats and all of that stuff or whatever. And the little money that you're getting, you're going to the bar and you're wasting it. Instead of coming home and talking to your woman, to your lady, to the mother of your child. Okay? The woman that's giving you room and fucking board at this point. You know? The woman that is putting up with your ignorant ass. You know what I'm saying? And what made me so mad on both Chance and Tanya's part, and most, I ain't even gonna say mostly Tanya, but Tanya, you could have picked up on it. And I know I feel like I'm trying to come at Tanya too, like, oh, she was just there to be there, whatever. But why we get no, she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing as well. Okay, but Chance, this is how ignorant sometimes men are, and this is how selfish sometimes people are as well. You're doing all of this. You're getting drunk. You're getting pissed off that she's doing this and she's stressing you out or whatever. Did you not sit there and ever think about the fact that this woman just had a baby? The baby probably ain't even a month old, maybe 2. Mama still probably going through the changes of getting her hormones back in order. Okay, she's stressed out with 4 kids at this point. You're going out not telling her what's going on, and she keeps on having to inquire because 1, she needs the help. 2, you should be there with her. You don't tell her anything, and this is a pattern, okay? And you're not thinking about the fact that mama could be going through, which I'm pretty sure she is at this point, postpartum depression. And all of the stuff that you're doing, you're contributing to what's going on with her mentally. And you don't give a damn. And you show all of your true colors that you really don't care about this woman. Then you get outside, you're making a big old show, you're buying drinks and all this stuff. You know, you got Tanya going into the bathroom with you and you talking all this stuff or whatever. Y'all laughing about the situation at one point. And I'm like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Tanya, you up in there trying to make it seem like you trying to calm him down, but yeah, when he's saying stuff about Taylor, you in there laughing and agreeing with him a little bit. You laughing and agreeing. It wasn't no nervous laughter or whatever. If that's your friend, you know how he is. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you was laughing and agreeing, so just to be laughing with him or whatever. And then when you're outside, you're like, no, we want to go to a meeting. You want to go to an NA meeting and all this stuff or whatever. Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and blah, blah, blah. You know, trying to make it seem like you real concerned. Taylor got pissed because the girl was all up on him. And he was all up on her, whatever. I get it. You know, she in a heightened state. Her hormones are just going wild. You know, it's just maybe Taylor overreacted a little bit, but then again, it's Chance and he's been lying and all this stuff. So I get it. But at the same time, Taylor, I would have been left. I would have saw what I needed to see and I would have left, okay? And that's just all that it was. I wouldn't have gave him all of that. But again, we just got to remember that she just had a baby. So her emotions are going all over the place, okay? And at this point, Chance has run out of chances, especially with us. He been ran out of chances with us. Hopefully, Taylor, you got Bobby there with you that's telling you this needs to stop. This needs to stop. All right? And you telling, you got her all up on you and all this stuff. And then Tanya trying to say some stuff like, I get it. She said, excuse me, I don't know you, but this ain't got nothing to do with you, okay? I don't care. You got this bitch arms on you and all this stuff, but you ain't never said anything to me. And that's the thing. He was directing all his attention to Tanya, and he wasn't even acknowledging really how his wife was feeling in that moment. And I don't care if he was drunk or whatever, he still wasn't that drunk to acknowledge Tanya and to be all up over Tanya. He was with the person that he really wanted to be with. He don't want to be with her like that. And you up here talking about how she making it feel like it's a prison and all that stuff. But Chad, you were the one before she got pregnant and after she got pregnant, before she had this baby, you was trying to force her to marry you right away. You were trying to force her. You wanted to get that wedding. You wanted to get that marriage license. For what now? Now I'm thinking like, what was the reason? What was the reason? Because now it's a prison? Now it's a prison? Because it would have been so much more hell to get out the situation if you would have got married. The process of going through divorce and you ain't even got shit. Oh, girls, come on now, Chance. I said, Taylor, you up in there having panic attacks up in the car. Girl, Bobby, get your sister out of there. Bobby said, I'll come move in if you need me to. I said, that's what you better do. That's what you better do. All right. Girl, Chance, get the fuck up out of here. And you want to know who else needs to get up out of here? Derek and Monique, okay? When we left them, Monique, oh no. Ooh, let me stop, because I was about to, sometimes when you don't like somebody because they just do ignorant stuff, all of a sudden you become mean to them. And I don't want to become that person. I don't want to become that person that I be trying to tell y'all not to do. So I don't want to go back and do that, because that's wrong. Because I looked at my neck and I was about to say something, and I'm going to just leave it alone because y'all probably about to pick up on it. But anyway, because I just don't like stupidity. I don't like the ignorance, y'all. I just don't like it. I don't. Oh my God, Monique got on this show and she is making, she ain't making me look bad, but you got some big girls out there that got low self-esteem, okay? And you are really putting it out there like, damn, you already know this is how they gonna be looking at us. Looking at us like, they gonna think that all of us is like that. Like we desperate for somebody to be with us. We desperate to keep somebody. So we'll let them cheat. We'll let them do this. We'll let them lie. We'll let them hurt us or whatever, and get them chance after chance after chance after chance, because we that desperate. Because they think that we so fucking big or whatever. Ain't no way in hell nobody will really want to be with us. So let me just be with this person because they said I'm cute. Girl, you making me so goddamn mad. You making me so mad with the way you are doing this. You should not have been trying to be in any type of relationship until you did some work on yourself. And I ain't even talking about physical. I'm talking about emotionally, and I'm talking about mentally. Because the way that you are allowing yourself to be on this TV and to be played for what? For a little bit of 15 minutes of fame, for a little bit of chump change. Okay, girl, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth your sanity, bitch. But hey, people like it, so I guess. Girl, the family came over, and the knock, knock, knock that was on the door from last week was her other sister. I said, damn, it's a whole bunch of y'all. How many sisters she got? She got like 3-4 sisters. That other guy that was there, that was her friend, Stacy, right? And then the other sister, looked like the big sister, came in, and the guy mama, right? And I was just like, oh, so what, we finna have a family intervention or whatever? That's what it felt like, so Derek's sitting there, and they having a little conversation. And, of course, the other sisters that got into the fight with the other sisters, his sisters, they automatically don't like him because, of course, Monique is telling them stuff. And that is the thing. Y'all have got to stop telling your peoples stuff that's going on in your relationship and how you can't stand this person and he did this or she did this. She ain't worth shit. He ain't worth shit, because all of this woo, woo, woo. Because then they start to think about that and they listen to what you saying, and now they can't stand the person. And then when you go ahead and make up with them, you expect them to want to like them too. No, girl, we gonna still hate them because they keep on hurting you. I don't give a damn if you all back with them. Okay, don't tell me shit about it so I won't have these opinions about them. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. And that's what's going on in Monique's situation. And also, her family kind of encourages her insecurities and all that stuff. That whole situation where, Derek, you up here acting like you ain't cheating, you ain't doing nothing, you respecting her, you keep on. He was like, at one point, he said in his confessional, damn, like I came down here all the way from Ohio to propose to her. From Ohio. I said, excuse me. What caught me off guard about that was the fact that he said, Ohio, like I came all the way from Ohio. The way he said that was as if he took a plane from across the country. He took a plane from another country overseas, and he took a 24-hour flight just to come down to Chicago to, propose to Monique and to show his undying love and faithfulness. Baby, Ohio is like an hour and probably 15, 20 minutes or less flight. I've been to Ohio, and it took around that much. I said, what the fuck? That was the shortest fight I was on. I said, girl, I couldn't even get a good night. I couldn't even get a good sleep in. I said, damn, as soon as I get ready to fall asleep, baby, they said, prepare for landing. Make sure you got your seatbelt on. I said, wait a minute. I just dozed off for 2 seconds. We here already? Girl, it's a hot skip and a jump, okay? I said, you gotta be out your goddamn man. He said that like he really was doing something. I said, Derek, you better shut up. You better shut up. At this point, we can't even be mad at the situation. We just gonna let that shit play out because Monique is dumb and she's just gonna let it happen to the way that she gonna happen. We can't want more for a bitch if they don't want more for themselves, okay? And when I say bitch, that's in general. You know, that's your mama, your daddy, and all of them, okay? And girl, boy, whoever the fuck. You know, we can't want more for people. That'll be better. Okay, we can't want more for people than they can want for themselves. Girl, they was sitting there fucking giving him the 3rd degree. And you know, on the one hand, I was here for a little bit of it. Right? You know, and it was like, Monique, she don't trust you or nothing. She was like, you do trust me and all this stuff. It was like, what did she do? Why she tracking your phone and all that? It was like, you don't let me see your phone. And then Monique goes and say, and that's where the part at when I say that they enabling her insecurities and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because Monique goes and say, he keeps his phone, when he go to sleep, he keeps his phone in his box. I said, what? What? Like, I can't, if I'm yours, you mine's, baby, that's mine too, baby. If I wanted to reach down there and touch your piece, I'm gonna reach down there and touch your piece. And if bitch, what you mean that they gonna stop me? That's what Monique was going up in her mind or whatever. I said, child, this is stupid. And just like, you know what Derek must have listened to that day when he knew that they was coming? He must have had Shaggy, It Wasn't Me, playing in the background. And that's what felt like was going on in his head the whole time. Because every time they came up and said something about, him cheating and all this stuff, he was like, I mean, that was in the past or whatever. I ain't doing nothing and all that stuff. It is what it is. Now, let me tell you something. So at the end of the day, me and her, we had this conversation or whatever. So we had the conversation. We got past it. So why we still bringing it up? On the one hand, I agree with him. Why are we still bringing this up? Because your sister's still with him. Okay? And y'all can't force her to do something that she is not about to do. All right? That was one. But at the same time, Derek, you ain't shit. And you know it. All right? But see, I was with the family, with cussing him out a little bit. But then it got to the point where when he got that text message while they was sitting there, and then he put it in his pocket, and it was like, who on the text message? Who on the text message? Who texting you? Who texting you? And I said, damn, y'all turned to like 15 Moniques. And I said, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's why she's doing what she's doing. Because y'all not telling her to not check phones and not do that. And if you got to do all of that, you don't need to be with somebody like that or whatever. You need to get out of that situation. Y'all up there, well, who on the phone? Who on the phone? Who you texting? Go ahead and get his phone. She trying to get his phone. Girl, they damn near jumped his ass to get the phone and then go up into the bathroom. Now, let me tell you something. When it comes to a situation, family, when it comes to a situation like this, you can't get mad and you not finna hound me. You are not about to hound me, okay? Monique knows that man is a liar. She knows that man is a cheater. She knows that. She's accepting it. So therefore, at this point, you just gonna have to accept it or not. But you ain't finna come up in here and I just didn't agree with them trying to do the shit that they was doing, trying to get the phone from him and all this stuff. And I said, sit y'all asses down. Because at the end of the day, y'all going through all of this for what? And she's still with the man. Like, come on, I just didn't like that. And then, Monique, you look even more pathetic, more dumb, more stupid. Y'all up in the bathroom reading the text messages. Baby, he done looked up the girl from the club. I said, see, I knew it. Now, I seen on social media some people were saying that the girl from the club was wrong for what she did. She was a bitch and all that shit. No. Now, if she would have did that out of nowhere just to be a hater because, Derek is with this big bitch and that's what her motive was or whatever, then yes, I will agree. But again, y'all have to go back and y'all have to listen to what was said. Monique literally said, after she was asking the little questions about how long they've been together, she a bottle girl, she just trying to make them feel comfortable. She probably had other ulterior motives or whatever. But at the same time, she really wasn't being rude. Okay, she was just asking questions, making conversation, because there really wasn't nobody else in there. And then Monique said, okay, we can pull, you pulled our drinks, you can get away, you can go, you can go. It was the tone and the way that she said those words. I said, ew, that was disrespectful. So bitch gave her the disrespect that she gave her. Tit for fucking tat. I wasn't mad at it. I was not mad at it, bitch. But Derek then found her Instagram, probably got her number too, you know. Was talking to some other people. Baby, he was still fucking around, okay? People got tits and ass. He said, girl, you look into my phone, it's look like a whole pornography type of situation. I said, I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does, okay? And at the end of the day, here's my thing. I want to be 100% mad at Derek, and I do, because at the same time, you knew that you wasn't ready, but at the same time, Monique, did you really think that this man who has been locked up for like 10 years or so, I don't know how long it was, almost 10 years or something like that, he's been locked up for a while. Do you really think that he's going to come out of prison and actually be faithful? And it ain't even got nothing to do with her size or her looks. It's about the fact that he ain't been with nobody for years. You mean to tell me he gonna come out and he just gonna lock himself down to one person? Baby, please. Baby, please. Because I know damn well if it was me and I'm fucking everything in sight. Listen, I'm tired of my hand, okay? I'm tired of my hand. I need somebody else to do it for me, okay? And I need a titty in my face, you know what I'm saying? That would have been me. A titty of 5, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, now how's that? One bitch got one of 3 titties? Like, what? How does that work? You know what that just reminded me of? Because I had looked at Power earlier today, and Monday told Kane, I need you to stop trying to put 2 and 2 together and make it equal 4, because you know with your dumb ass it comes out to 5. I said, damn, Monet, you ain't have to say it to him like that. Shit, tell him how you really feel. Girl, I was just sitting here like, now, Derek, you stupid as hell, and you're playing games because you knew damn well that you was not about to be faithful, getting out of prison. Monique, you're dumb as hell as well, because you know damn well this man is not about to just be faithful to you coming out of prison after being locked up and not having ass, vagina, and titties. Well, not having vagina and titties in his face. Y'all know I had to fix that because ain't no telling what was going. Anyway, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. I think I already did, but somebody was thinking it, so I had to correct it. I mean, he taking showers, you singing asses, huh? I don't know what was going on. It's been a while, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, I was just like, girl. And they was like, you see the proof right there? And then they was like, who is this girl? Who is this girl sending you her pictures and all that? She a promoter. She a promoter. I said, what? They was like, call her. Call her. She called her and she was like, hello. And she was like, how do you know Derek? I said, first of all, rude bitch. I mean, you get a little bit more answers and stuff with honey instead of vinegar, bitch, because I would have hung up on your ass. I would have hung up on your ass right then. I wouldn't have gave you nothing. Don't ever call my phone with no attitude like that. And you the one that want answers to questions that you have. Click. Okay? And see, that's what it is, bitch. You being rude behind this man that ain't even here for you, bitch. Okay? Like, girl, get out of here. She was like, I'm a promoter. I'm a promoter. And she was like, okay, well, you a promoter for what? And you sending him pictures, you're sending him selfies that don't even make sense. I said, first of all, Derek, you're going to have to get with some women that are a little bit more smart. Because that was not a good excuse. Because even I was sitting here like, well, if you are a promoter, why are you sending selfies? That don't make sense. And you probably send pussy pics too. So what are you promoting? You know, pussy pockets and stuff. I don't know. Like it was just stupid. And they was like, yeah, of course they gonna say what they gonna say because you coaching them, And I said, you know what? Please get up out my face. And they was like, Monique, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I said, mind your business. You know what she gonna do. She probably, and you can't tell me Monique ain't do this before. You cannot tell me Monique has not been down this road before and is giving all the teas that she has, okay? She is a pro at doing this stupid shit. And at the end of the day, they leaving and they talking about how they don't like the man and all this stuff. Because he was continuing to lie. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never talked to nobody. I never did this. Like, keep telling them that. Okay, even though they done seen the messages and the evidence right there and stuff is recent. Girl, he up in a confessionals telling us, I mean, I got little joints on the side or whatever, you know, I got little things and all that. I said, we know, all right? And he's still cheating, he's still doing whatever, and they still playing in our faces, but we not banning. And then when they left, they was like, he gonna say, so what are we? We still together? You still my girl? And she was like, I don't know. I said, get the hell up out my face. Anyway, Monique ain't going nowhere until she no longer on this show. And I mean, never coming back for no other appearances. They gonna keep this shit up until the well runs dry. Y'all, that was Life After Lockup, Live After Lockup. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, and I will see y'all later. I'm getting hot now. Oh, it drained me. Woo! Child, let me get up off of here. I see y'all. Bye.